I've been driving depressed. Yes, I have. I've been a depressed driver, which is not like me. I love to drive. Everything I do is about getting to drive a car and go for a drive, and I just love it, right? I just love the time I spend on the road. I can take as long a drive as I want. Let's see if I can block that sun. None of that bothers me. I love it. However, I have been driving depressed for a little while now, and I finally figured out what was going on. And forgive me, I don't even have microphones, so I don't know how this is going to sound. It sounds terrible. I was not planning on making a video today at all. I put my car into the shop, the Atlas I put into the shop. I needed a couple of things done. Borrowed my son's car. It's a really cool, full little Forte GT Line. Drove it to the bank, and I figured it out. I know why I'm driving depressed. I'm a car guy. Love cars. I've always loved cars. SUVs, they're nice. My wife would drive the SUV. I would drive the car. I went and got the Alfa Romeo Stelvio SUV, but it drove like a car, like a really sharp car, like in precision driving, great handling, great acceleration. I mean, and that thing wanted to run. Like it was ready to go all the time. A good power, like it basically was a car. I always told everybody, this is the only SUV I've ever driven that drives like a car. Loved it. Had to get rid of it. I had some issues with that particular one, as I have learned. When you're buying basically hand-built cars, or for the most part hand-built car, sometimes you get a bad one. Got a bad one. Just wasn't great. Alfa Romeo tried to work with me on a few things, but I kind of lost a little bit of faith in the brand. However, I've been talking to some other people, and they've had fairly good runs, at least during warranty, and I might be able to go back. I did not want to drive the car out of warranty, and that's why. Anyway, long story short, but it drove like a car. My wife has the Stinger GT, and it's got everything on it. It's a loaded up one. I love driving it. However, to say loaded up, during the whole chip shortage situation, they got rid of memory seats in some of the top end cars, which is terrible. But anyway, so ours doesn't have memory seats. So when I get in my wife's car, I have to not totally jack up the seating in it, and it's typically the elevation part, not the leaning back and all that. So when I get in there, I'm not as comfortable as I could be, and so I was depressed driving the Stinger, which is a stupid thing to say, but it was happening. So I was depressed driving the Stinger. But when I got in the Forte today and I started driving it, it's a little more comfortable. So open, my son and I we're pretty much leg-wise the same, so I don't have to adjust that. I just lean back a little bit, and I realized I'm loving this Forte. Why am I loving the Forte, not the Stinger? It's because of the seating configuration. I think if I could really get the seating dialed in on the on the Stinger, I probably would be fine. I'm a car guy. That's what it is. I want the handling, the performance of a car. Now, I can take an SUV if it feels like a car. There's not a lot of them out there. My Atlas is perfect for the family. We can haul at least 7 people. The other day, I had 20 folding chairs, 2 tables, a 65-inch flat screen TV, 2 director's chairs, computer bag, and I really still could have fit 5 people if I didn't necessarily need to put the seats down, but I did just because it was more convenient. But that's pretty freaking impressive, right? But it handles like a car that you can put 20 folding chairs in the back and still seat 5 people. Like, it's cool. I love it. But yeah, it's not a car. So the reason I'm driving depressed is because I just love cars, which is not great when everybody's going SUVs. The resale values are higher in the SUVs. There's still some good cars out there for sure, but what will the long term of that be? I love cars, and I can't change that at all. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go buy some older cars, not classic cars. I'm going to buy cars that mean something to me when I was growing up, just to have a car to drive around most of the time. Kind of not necessarily a beater, but just a car. Have the Atlas for when the family's doing things and when we're traveling, but have something more for me that I just enjoy. I drive a lot, and by golly, I want to enjoy it, And so I think that's what I'm going to do. But I figured out why I'm depressed driving. It's not that I don't like the Atlas. I actually love the Atlas. I think the Atlas is a phenomenal car. I just love cars. What do you think? Are you a car person? Are you an SUV person? Why do you choose one over the other? Tell me what it is.